everyone, my name is Droogie Forever, and today I thought we would go over just some of the pickups that I made, physical video game pickups and related merchandise or whatever, for the month of April. I know I'm a little behind. I meant to start doing these last month, and things just kind of snowballed and have got ahead of me, and I'm really behind on videos at the moment. That's why there hasn't been a video in a couple days, because I am starting to work out to get back in shape. I mentioned a couple times, not recently, but there during the end of lockdown, that I had put on some weight and I wanted to get back to my pre-COVID weight. And it's been a long time where I didn't have the motivation to do that. And now I finally do. And, I went for a run this morning. I worked out yesterday. I'm going to continue to work out. It's just something I need to do for myself. I want to lose that little bit of extra weight. I'm not fat by any means. I'm 6 feet tall. For most of my life, I was 175, 180 pounds, maybe between 160 and 180. So was in really good shape. And, lately I've been creeping up. I'm over 200 by a little bit, and need to get back down. And it's not just that, it's that, a lot of games came out lately that Tears of the Kingdom just came out, Dead Island 2, Star Wars, these kind of games, no one's going to watch those on my channel. And so I'm spending all this time, my valuable extra time, playing those games. And it's pointless for me to put the videos on the channel because they'll get like 2 views. I mean, it's just a waste of a video. But that means I have no content, while I'm playing these games. And on top of the working out thing and playing the bigger games, I'm working on my own games. I have my own video games that I work on in my free time. I haven't released a game in a little while. I've done 2 for free on itch.io, but I have like 5 or 6 in production, right now. And while I'm not always working on all those different games, it takes a lot of time. I wrote, man, the other day, well, I spent the weekend writing, I think last weekend, a script for a visual novel idea I had. And within 2 to 3 days, I had written 60 pages of that dialogue. And by now I'm at like 100. And I mean, I've only worked on it for like 5 days total. So I've been working really hard on the video game stuff, and I'm thinking about picking the Game Boy game back up that I was working on, because all the artwork I did for that is fantastic. I just hated the gameplay. So I might just work on that again. That game is definitely the closest to releasing out of everything that I've built. That game called Hayden's Peak. I'll probably throw some artwork up for it right now so you can see it, but that was definitely the one that was closest to releasing. And I don't know, it's hard to keep up with YouTube when I make, well, like $300 a year. I mean, I make like 20 some dollars a month off YouTube. It's nothing. I mean, and I work a full-time job. I work overtime at that job too. So it's really hard to keep giving you guys these videos for nothing in return. And I'm not saying I don't like doing it. If I'm going to play the game anyway, I'm going to give you a video for it, unless it's like a AAA game. So if I plan to play something anyway, you guys are going to get a video for it, unless it's terrible. So a lot of times lately, I'll play these bad games and I'm like, I'm not uploading that video. These are garbage. But, in most cases, you're going to get the video. So if I play it, and if it's not a AAA game, you're going to see it. So even going into the future, even, if videos slow down a little bit, you're still going to get content. I promise. I've always said, as long as people keep watching, I will keep uploading to the channel, even if it's just a handful of people. That's fine. So I'm always going to keep doing that. I've gotten a little off topic though. I want to show you guys what I picked up in April. So first up, we have Ikai for the Nintendo Switch. This game, this is an alternate cover, and they did a PAX East thing, PM Studios, where they took a couple special covers to PAX East, and Ikai was one of them. And I love this alternate cover. It's way better than the original cover. You can see the original cover here next to my PlayStation 5 copy. I definitely think the alternate cover is way better. It looks so much cooler. There is another PAX East cover that they did, but that's coming up in the video, so we'll talk about that in a minute. All right, so next up we have Pac-Man Museum Plus and Namco Museum Arcade Pack. Pack as in PAC, but it is also a pack as in a PACK because it's got a bunch of different games in there. Now, I got these from GameFly new, not used, new. And I should have said iKai came from the PM Studios store. So anyway, these were new from GameFly, and the reason I got them is because A, Pac-Man Museum was on sale for like $12 or something ridiculous, and the arcade pack had Splatterhouse in it, and I wanted to play Splatterhouse again, and Rolling Thunder, which I used to play in the arcades a long, long time ago. Also, interesting little tidbit here, the arcade pack has a reversible cover, which I'll show you right here. Isn't that really cool? Not a lot of games come with reversible covers nowadays, so there you go. All right, next up, this is Martian Panic, and I got this from Best Buy, and the game was on sale for like 10 US dollars or 9. I think it was like $9, and it came with the free blaster, which is $25 normally. So I got the blaster for free. Now, here is a little interesting tidbit for anybody who might be thinking about picking this blaster up. If you're willing to pay a good bit more, Funstock, I think that's what it is, or Fun Box. It's either Fun Stock or Fun Box. I get those two mixed up. But it's a site in the UK that I've bought from a couple times. They have a gold version of the blaster, and they only made 100 of them. So go to their website, search for Martian Panic. They'll even let you pick the number that you get. Someone's already picked like 1 through 22 and like number 100 and number 69, because I actually looked at that one. Somebody picked that as well, but most of 20 through 100 are available still, or 20 through 99 or 24 through 99, whatever. Most of them are still available. So if you want a gold Martian Panic blaster that's limited to 100 copies worldwide, go and check that out. I think you'll like it. All right, so next up, this is from PM Studios as well. This is Squish for the Nintendo Switch, which is the PAX East cover. So this is the alternate cover of Squish. And then they also had Ever Forward on sale for $10. So I went ahead and bought it on the PlayStation 5. So pretty cool deal there from PM Studios. Next up, I think this was on eBay. I got Nurse Love Syndrome, the collector's edition for the Vita. You guys know, if you've been with the channel for a while, I haven't done a video in a little while, but I love collecting for the Vita. It's my favorite console, even despite the lack of, tons of horror games. It's my favorite console. I have 229 physical Vita games at this point. So very excited. I continue to collect for it and will continue to collect for it for a while. Next up, this is Dredge Deluxe Edition for the Nintendo Switch. I got this from Amazon, and it actually came with some stuff I'm not going to show you in the video, but it came with some codes and things like that were pretty cool. All right, next up, this is Breath Edge. I got this from the Perp Game Store. It was on sale one day. This is a store in the UK that sells games that come with lots of cool extras. This one came with like a signed inlay and a bunch of postcards and stuff. So I thought that was pretty cool. So I picked that up from them. Next is Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope Cosmic Edition, which was exclusive to Best Buy. It came with, some extra like skins or whatever for the game. So I bought it. It was on sale really cheap one day. Next up after that is two limited editions that I got from Amazon. Alfred Hitchcock's Vertigo and Recompile. Both of these are pretty neat. Recompile comes with a steelbook, and I paid like $20 for it. And then Alfred Hitchcock's Vertigo comes with an art book that looks pretty sick. And I think it was $20 as well, or something like that. Next up is actually not a game. It's just a controller stand. I got sick of I had a million controllers under my desk, and they were all just kind of there, with just kind of laid about wherever. And I got sick of that. So I built this thing. It was easy. You just put a couple things together. It takes like 5 minutes. And so now a bunch of my controllers are on that. All my DualSenses and my DualShock 4s and my Nintendo Switch Pro controller. And I think I've even got, there's some Xbox There's an Xbox One, and two DualShock 3s. And then the other DualSense, I have two of those. One's in the living room, and my Xbox Series X controller is in the living room as well. But, a bunch of the stuff I use all the time is on the stand now. Okay, what's next? Oh, right. So next, I got these two. I'm going to show you the first one from Video Games Plus in Canada. This first one is War Theater Blood of Winter. This is a limited edition Vita game. Out of the last, 30 games that PlayAsia did for the Vita, I only skipped 2. And this was one of them, because at the time I was like, that game looks shitty. It's made by a company I don't like, which is Arcade Distillery. I don't like any of those kind of games in that series, the Mecho Tales and all that bullshit. But now as time has gone by and I'm actually starting to collect every game for the Vita, I'm like, shit, I need to get this game. Video Games Plus still had it in stock, so I went ahead and grabbed it. At the same time, I also pre-ordered Dread Out 2 for the PlayStation 5, which was only released in Asia, but they had it. PlayAsia had it as well, but I went with the VGP version since I could just get these two games together. Next after that is, the rust-colored Silent Hill 2 vinyl from the official Konami shop. Now, anybody who's not familiar with this, Konami shop put up 500 of these and completely fucked up the launch to the point where not a single collector got one. In fact, the only collector who ended up with one was Whitney, or Kemi Rowe, as you may know her. She's the biggest Silent Hill collector in the world. She holds the Guinness Book of World Records for, biggest Silent Hill collection. They fucking gave her one for free. The rest of us just got totally fucking screwed by Konami, because when you went to purchase this, and believe me, they said they fixed it. They didn't. I tried, believe me, for 20 minutes. When you go to purchase this, you had to add 5 to your cart minimum. It wouldn't let you buy one. I was there the whole time, believe me. And I checked every single comment on every post about this vinyl on Twitter. Not a single confirmed collector purchase. Not one. Not one post saying, yeah, I managed to get a copy. None. 0. That's never happened. And they refuse to apologize for it. Fucking Konami, man. I fucking hate them. But anyway, someone, people have been putting them up on eBay for ridiculous prices. Someone finally put one up for a reasonable amount that was just a little bit more than I would have paid with shipping and everything from the Konami shop, and I bought it immediately. So now I finally have it. I've got a bunch of different versions of all the Silent Hill vinyls, but this one was one I really wanted because the rust color is Silent Hill. Rust and Silent Hill go together. That's the one I wanted the most. And I was pissed off when I missed out on it, so I have it now. All right, after that... Oh, okay, so for my birthday, I got this. I'll flip through a couple pictures for this thing. I put it on Instagram, too. This is a cup I got for my birthday. One of our neighborhood friends made it for me. She makes cups and stuff like this, tumblers or whatever, and she made this for my birthday. It's got Pyramid Head on it. Okay, what's next? Oh, Last Labyrinth, the VR game, PlayStation VR game from Strictly Limited. So I had been wanting this from Strictly Limited for a long time, and every time I go to add it to my cart, I'm like, yeah, that's not a bad price. And then it adds on the shipping, which is like $35, and I'm like, fuck that. I am not paying $110 for this collector's edition. And when they had their sale a couple weeks back, I was like, oh, I'm finally going to be able to get it. The sale refused to fucking let me buy this. It wouldn't give me the discount. It gave me the discount on anything else on the store, but not this. So I've been watching eBay for it, and it popped up on eBay for cheaper than I would have had to pay for it from the store with the shipping. So I bought it on eBay. So I have a sealed copy now of Last Labyrinth VR. Finally, I've been trying to get it for years. It's nuts. They've had it on their website for years and I haven't been able to buy it. It's crazy. All right, next up, let's see. Doctor Who: The Eternity Clock for PlayStation 3. This was only released physically in the UK. So you could only find a PAL copy of it. I finally found one. It was like $30. It's usually $30 to $60 in that range. So I went ahead and grabbed it. And look, Supermassive Games worked on it, which is the Until Dawn company, you may remember. But a lot of people say this is the best Doctor Who game. Some people say it's that newer one, the cell phone game. I can't remember the name of it. Fallen Angels or something like that. It's something to do with the angels. Lonely Assassins. That's it. Some people say it's that one, but a lot of people before that game came out said this was the best one. The only problem with it, it ends on a cliffhanger, and they never made more because it didn't sell well enough, because none of the Doctor Who games sell very well because most of them are cash grabs and they don't work very hard on them. But anyway, I still own it. I like it. Let's see. Next is Sumioni Demon Arts, which is a Japanese exclusive physical PlayStation Vita game, which reminds me of Okami. You have to use the touch screen to like build platforms and stuff for yourself. It's a 2D samurai game, kind of like Trek to Yomi, but with Okami like art strokes. Like you'll put a stroke on the screen and it'll do like a paintbrush, and that'll be your platform that you walk on and stuff. It's pretty cool. Next, I think this was from Gamefly. This is Scars Above for the PlayStation 5. I still haven't played it. I meant to play it as soon as it came. I just haven't had time. So I haven't got to play it yet. Next is from Limited Run Games. This is the PlayStation 4 version of Horror Tales The Wine, which I believe was limited to 1,000 copies worldwide. I've stuck it next to my PAL copy for PlayStation 5, so that you can just do a little comparison there if you want. Next, I got a mechanical keyboard, a HyperX Alloy Origins, to replace my old keyboard, which I dropped and broke on accident. So now the HyperX is here, and it's really cool. It's way too small for my hands compared to my last keyboard, but I like it. It's got the clickety-clack of these like mechanical keys. I love it. It's very bright and colorful. It's a really good keyboard. I actually really like it. I just wish it was bigger. That's all. Let's see, what else did I get this month? Oh, okay, so I got this pyramid head pillow from the Yeti. They take the shirts that that don't sell, I guess, or that they have extras for, because they only sell these designs for 24 hours, these t-shirts. So they end up with extras because they have to put a certain number back in case people have problems, and they'll ship you another one. But, you know, all the shirts that don't get sold, they can't put them back up for another 24 hours. They don't reuse the same designs. So they do this upcycling program where they use them to make pillows. So this was a pyramid head shirt that I missed out on. I actually didn't have this one, and they turned it into a pillow, and I bought it. So now I have a pyramid head pillow. All right, let's see. Next is Beneath a Steel Sky Beyond a Steelbook Edition for PlayStation 5. I can't remember where I got this. I think it was Best Buy, maybe. It was on sale for like $12 or something like that. And I was like, that's cool. I'll buy that. Next is Nightmare Boy for the Nintendo Switch. This was PAL exclusive. This version of it, it comes with, I think, like an art book or a soundtrack or something. Next, I got this from Amazon one day when it was on sale for $50. This is Oddworld Soulstorm Collector's Audition, which comes with a figure of Abe and all kinds of cool stuff. It's back up over $100 now, but the day I bought it, it was like $50. So I figured, yeah, I'll go ahead and buy that. $50 for that? Why not? Next, this isn't really a game, but I guess I'll show it off. This is Eraserhead by David Lynch. This is the Criterion Collection. It came really fucked up. It's got like marks all over it, but we didn't want to send it back because it was like the second or third time we had ordered it, and it got lost in the mail a bunch of stuff, you know, a bunch of times and stuff. So we were like, well, we'll just keep it, because I'm starting to collect all the David Lynch Criterion collections. So anyway, that's it. That's all the pickups I had for April. May's video, I guess I'll try to do right at the beginning of June if I have time. I've already got a bunch of pickups for May. Yeah, I got a Wii U game, a bunch of Switch games. I got some Silent Hill figures. I got a new Vita, like an actual console. I got some Vita games. I got a Super Famicom game. And Tears of the Kingdom with the gold wall scroll. I got that. So I've got a bunch of pickups in May already. We'll show those off in June. I hope you enjoyed the video. It's gone on a little longer than I intended it for because of my little speech at the beginning. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, tell that like button you want to smash. And don't forget to subscribe. You stay you. I'll stay me. Droogie forever. Thank you everyone so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'll see you in the next video. Later.